everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your hard-earned wine dollars wisely. Episode 299. I've got an idea for episode 300. We'll get through 299. Looking forward to this episode 300. I came up with an idea. I had one idea, but it didn't work out. But it never hurts to try. And now we're going on to 299. And fall. Before I get started on where we're at in the stream of time, I want to shout out to the Washington State Huskies. Their team is amazing this year. They start out really good against Rutgers, beat them like 40 something to 12, 13, something like that. It was ridiculous. And looking forward to watching them. I mean, they have an exciting team. They're growing. They were a bunch of freshmen last year. Now they're 1 year more, and there's a lot of hope for that team. I'm excited for the next 2 to 3 years with this team. September, weather's getting a little bit cooler. It was funny, last week I think it started to rain. It hadn't rained for a while. And you wouldn't believe it, everybody came in and my cab section just got wiped out. So people kind of gravitate towards reds as the weather cools down. Now I'm all over the place, reds, whites, any time of year for me. But it's true that people go towards cabs, especially in the fall. We're not going to skip fall. A lot of people, winter's right around the corner. Well, we got to get through fall first, guys. Fall, love fall. I love the fall. So we're going to do Cabernet Sauvignon, the king of reds. #1 selling red wine in the United States is Cabernet Sauvignon. People love it. So we're going to do 3 cabs. The cool thing about this is one's from Italy, one's from Washington, one's from California. Different parts. They're not all from the same area. How many of you have had an Italian Cabernet Sauvignon? Okay, so let's get started. I don't think there's anything else to mention. Now this one is the Tellus Cabernet Sauvignon from Falasco, 2015. It rolls in at $16. Kind of cool label. They did this collaboration of artists and wine people. And they were at some festival and they put this label together. It's really cool. And before we get started, how many of you know where Umbria is? I'm sure quite a few of you do, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a map, have a little fun if I can work this out. Okay, so here's the map of Italy. So you can see the boot down there, I believe. Yeah, let me get the marker out of the way, that would help. So hopefully you can see that. Down below you can see down here, right there, there's Sardinia, there's Sicily, then you got the Puglia down there. Rome's about here, and just above Rome is Umbria. So that's the region that this Cabernet came from. Okay, now that we got that done, let's see what we get on the nose. Let's do a little rinse. So I'm excited to try this. I don't often drink Cabernet from Italy. I actually believe that Italy does fantastic Merlot. In fact, one of the best Merlots I've ever tasted was from Italy. Let's see what we get on the nose. Definitely a lot of cherries. It's cherry dominant, a little bit of blackberry coming through. I definitely get that kind of almost like a petrol thing going, almost like gasoline. A little bit of a, it's definitely earthy. You can smell the minerality in this wine. Let's see what we get on the palate. Crushed rock. I mean, it's just like I chomped on a bunch of like crushed rock for sure. A little bit of earthiness coming through with the cherries. Good acid, good balance. I like this wine. Exactly what you'd expect from the old world. It has a lot of minerals, good acidity. It's got good fruit too though. I mean, it's got that nice cherry, lot of red flowers. I get a little bit of violets and rose petal. More towards the pink rose petal though. A little bit of licorice on the back end I'm getting on this one. Now, this is a good wine, $16. I know I can safely say, I believe, that a lot of cab drinkers that drink Napa Valley Cab and of course some Washington State cabs may not be fond of this wine because of the acidity, because of the brightness, because of the minerality in this wine. But I find that quite appealing. I get a little bit of that like brick action in the backside, like crushed brick. And typical of Old World, this would do much better with some food. Nice rib steak, which is what I'm cooking tonight, by the way. So this may, and it's really cool when you can do that. A little bit of cheese, maybe some stinky cheese with this would be really good. This is exactly, and this is the cool thing about this wine, this is exactly what I would expect a cab from Italy to taste like, and that's really cool. That's what you want. You want typicity. That what would, yeah, may have messed that one up. You want it to be like where it came from. You want it to show terroir. You want it to show vintage. You want it to show all that, and this is doing exactly that. Like I said, you cab lovers that like a little bit of fat on your cab are not going to like this. But that being said, I think a lot of you Old World guys that really like the Old World are going to love this wine. I'm going to go B+. I think it's well made. I think it has good balance. The tannins are not overpowering. The acid isn't overpowering. There's fruit. There's minerality. I'm going B+. Let's move on. It's a pretty good cab. Can hardly wait to try it with the steak. So this is a 2013 Balancing Act Cabernet Sauvignon, Washington State, which basically means they get their fruit from anywhere in the state, and it rolls in at $15. So Balancing Act is a second label to Tamarack Cellars in Walla Walla. He's in the airport. There's a cool label, huh? 13 is an interesting year. I've seen hit and miss on this vintage. The color is a lot darker. I should have showed you the color on the other one, but I forgot. But the color is pretty intense, especially compared to the Italian one. Tamarack Cellars, Ron Coleman, used to be a sales rep for a wine company. Now he has his own winery, doing really well with it. He's in what they call the airport district of Walla Walla. Color on this is pretty intense. I think you can see that. All right, let's see what we get on the nose. We just got done doing a few Washington State episodes. I hope you enjoyed those. But the point is they can do a lot of, Washington does a lot of different varietals well, including Cabernet Sauvignon. This goes more towards a darker kind of currant aspect. Get a little bit of bark action. Get just like a little worn leather, you know, like a leather wallet that's been used a long time. A little bit of chocolate tones coming through also. Let's see what we get on the palate. I really like this cab. It shows good balance. It's definitely not a fruit bomb, but it's got fruit. It's got black currants. There's chocolate, barely, like bittersweet chocolate, you know, like the powder on bittersweet chocolate. Kind of comes through on the back of the mid palate and then into the finish a little bit. Good acidity, has some red flowers that come through right at the back of the finish. I'm getting a little touch of licorice, not a lot. And nice tobacco hit right on the mid palate, and then it follows the fruit into the finish. This has some layers to it, and it has a little bit of minerality going on. I get that in there. And what I like about this is the tannins are smooth, but they still show some personality. They're just not polished and kind of flow across the palate in an easy way. They have some attitude, which makes it also a good food wine. I'm really liking both of these. This is showing what Italian Cab probably should be like, and this is a really good representation of Washington State Cab for 15 bucks. I'm hoping I get that price right. I have a question mark back there. I think it's right. I believe it's right. And the finish on this keeps going and going. Yep, that attitude on the tannins comes right. A little bit of a grip action on the back side. This too would benefit from food. Yeah, tobacco just hanging on, hanging on. A little bit of that bark action just kind of hanging on in the back. Yeah, I like that one. I do. I like it equally for the same reasons. It represents Washington Cab. It has good things going on, and it's a good food wine. I'm going to go B+ on that one also. This is nice. 2 in a row. Nice wines. Let's move on. Like that. Decoy Cabernet Sauvignon 2013, so same vintage as the Balancing Act. Sonoma County, and this rolls in at $25. And Decoy, as most of you know, is Duckhorn's second label. And Duckhorn is, of course, a famous Napa Valley winery. And I've done well with some of the Decoy wines. They do a red blend, they do a Pinot Noir, they do a Cab. They probably, I think they do a Merlot also. And believe it or not, Duckhorn was just purchased by, I'm going to have to read this because I never remember it, the folks that own Vitamin Water, Pop Chips, Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR, TSG Consumer Partners. So that's a big acquisition by them, Duckhorn. Now Duckhorn was also changed hands, I believe about 7 years ago. So let's see what we get on the nose. Sonoma County. Currants and cherries. Get a little bit of heat. I hate putting you guys through this. I can't. There's alcohol by volume. Not bad, 13.9, so close to 14. That's not terrible. I'm getting a little bit of earth on this, which is kind of cool. Almost like a dried cardboard component, not like corked or anything, but that's coming through. A little bit of licorice for sure. Let's see what we get on the palate. Like the nose, let's see what we get on the palate. Boom, boom, boom. 3 in a row. Now, this gets in more serious dark fruit. But what I like about this is it is a California Cab that shows some structure. It isn't just about fruit. It has some things going on. I get earth. I get not chocolate, a little bit of tobacco. I get currants. I get cherries. I get a little bit of spiciness on the backside, no doubt due to the oak treatment. Some good grip on the backside. This like the Balancing Act, there's tannins there. They're not totally smooth, but they're well integrated into the fruit, showing just a little grip action. This is a fresh Cab. It doesn't go goopy. I get a little tar on the backside of this one, which I find very cool. I'm impressed. I really am. And tobacco, again, lingering. I hope I didn't not repeating myself. This one will lay down. Now, this has some guts to it. I would lay this one down for, I wouldn't even worry about laying it down for 5 years. It is going to improve. I think the balancing act the same way, but not as much as the decoy. I think the balancing act is closer to ready to drink now. This one's ready to drink, but it has enough guts to it to last up to 5 years in the bottle, and I think it'll just get better and better. And once again, just like the other two, this could use a little bit of food, would certainly improve it. See, now I don't think this is quite as dark as the other one, but yeah, good complexity, nice finish, a little bit of tobacco. I do get some chocolate tones to it. I'm going to go B plus A minus on this one. I think it shows a little bit more depth, but it definitely has good integration and everything comes together, and it's still serious, and it says, yes, I'm a cab. Nice lineup. So we got a B plus, B plus, B plus, A minus. That's really cool. I'm digging it. So what is your favorite go-to red as the weather starts cooling down? Make a comment, email me, whatever you want to do. Just let me know. Give me some ideas. What would you like to see as kind of this September episode of reds that would be good for summer? I think we're going to tackle in a couple of weeks after I do episode 300. Now, I had ambitions of being at 300 a long time ago, but I really wanted to make sure that each episode was ready to go and had good content, and I thought I was rushing it a little bit, trying to, get 5 in each week, and I think you guys appreciate that. I think you like to watch these videos. I notice some of the older ones are now catching up to the newer ones as people view them, and I really do appreciate you watching. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.